Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ken, and I'm here to do a review of this Boeing 737 MAX 7 from NG Models. And as always, this is a very nice model from NG. And of course, it's the just regular blank model, and I'll kind of explain why I chose this over the Southwest Max 7 a little bit later. But alright, so as always, I'll start with the front of the box, or the box in general. So here is the front of the box, and here is the bottom, the right side, the top, left side, and then the back. And you can pause to read all of the information here at the back, but if not, that's alright. And then back to the front. And I have to say that even though this is a box for one of the blank models, it's still a very nice box, and I think NG really does a nice job on the box art. But yeah, enough of that. I'll get to the model herself. So here is the star of the video, which is the model. So here she is in all of her glory, in her plastic cocoon. Alright, so I'll just position the model to open the bottom part of the cocoon, as always. Alright, and the reason why I like to take the models out with the top part facing up is because it's a little easier to take the models out that way. At least it's the case for me, in my opinion. Alright, so while I have the model here in this position, I'll just do a quick landing gear check just to make sure everything's alright. So yeah, this one is good. This one is also good. And this one is good as well. Alright, with that said, I'll just get model out of her plastic packaging and then turn the model right side up. And here she is. And yeah, I have to say that this is a very nice and gorgeous model from NG. And yeah, I just noticed that the model rolls extremely well and is also very tail heavy, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's alright. And yeah, just normally don't roll my models around, and I really don't recommend it, but I just noticed that, so that's why I'm doing it. And yeah, it does roll fairly well. Alright, so I'll just be quiet for a moment while I turn the model around so that you can take a better look at it. And as I said before, she is quite tail heavy. Alright, so let's start off here at the very front of the model. You have the nose cone. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. And then also a couple of piano tubes and sensors right there. The cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, and then the front landing gear. Looking very nice. And then some more sensors right there just above the front landing gear doors. The L1 door, and then some more beacons and sensors right here on the top of the fuselage. Here is the front set of windows along the forward part of the fuselage. Some more sensors and static ports. Here's the front antenna, and then here is the left engine, which looks very nice. The chevron details are on point. Even the bottom of the engine looks nice, and I'll get to that a little bit later. There is the left side runway landing light, and then the top antenna right there at the middle of the fuselage. And then there's the anti-collision light, the two overwing exits, and then the overwing exit markings on the left wing. Then here are some nice printed and molded details on the top part of the left wing. And then here is the max wingtips with the left side navigation light. Alright, so now moving on to the rear of the model. Here is the rear antenna, then some more windows right here along the rear part of the fuselage, the L2 door, and then the vertical stabilizer, as well as the two horizontal stabilizers, which have a pretty decent amount of molded and printed details. And then of course there are the two silver dots that represent the lights that illuminate the vertical stabilizer when the airplane is in night operations. And then there is the APU on the way at the rear. Alright, so now moving on to the right side of the model. It's the same as the left side, but the only differences are the rear and forward cargo doors, and of course the R1 and R2 doors. Again, the rear antenna, the middle antenna, anti-collision light. And then here is the right max winglet with the right side navigation light. And then here is the right engine, and a look inside of the engine. and some more printed and molded details on the top part of the right wing. The right side runway landing light, and then of course here is the forward part of the right side of the model. Alright, so here is a look at the top of the model, looking very nice. And here is a bottom view. Then here is a more close inspection of the front landing gear. Some really nice detail on the underside of the fuselage. And the front landing gear doors. Here is the forward cargo door, the forward underside antenna, the two air intakes for the bleed air system, and then the underside of the two engines, which have some really nice printed details. And then, of course, with these models, there is the stand hole, which on previous 737 models, NG chose not to put them in. So I think it's a very nice touch from NG to include stand holes finally. Alright, so then here are the main landing gear, and then the wheel wells for the main landing gear, and then the two underside mid antennas right there, then the detailing on the underside of the two wings, some nice molded details back there, and then the rear cargo door, and then at the very rear of the model there are the APU doors, and then some nice molded details on the underside of the two horizontal stabilizers, and then there's the APU. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this model. And as I said earlier, I'll explain the reasoning why I chose to go with this model instead of the Southwest Max 7. And one of the main reasons was I thought this model would be a lot more unique, and since I'm starting to do model airports, I figured I have a lot more flexibility with this model as opposed to the Southwest one, because I can use this as a placeholder for other airlines, or use it as a charter airplane, or either business or private jet. So yeah, that's kind of why I chose this one, because this is very unique. Alright, so before I end the video, since it's already very long, I'll just turn the model around one more time so that you guys can take one final look at her. Alright, so with that said, that's the end of this video. So as always, I hope you liked the video, and just make sure to stay safe, happy, and healthy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.